I've been in a wheelchair for over 50 years. All of that time I've been trying to work in kitchens that were built for people who stand. But as I've gotten older, as anybody who's been in a wheelchair for a while will tell you, your shoulders start to go. And it took a lot of energy to just make a meal. There were upper cabinets, totally useless.
It's up here, the counter's up here. She's got to go like this to try to cook, and her arms are just basically draped on the countertop, and it was horrible.
Down below, I couldn't reach in the back of the cupboards. Little things like a lip to go into the kitchen. If I went over that bump just the wrong way, I'd have tea in my lap. Also, the kitchen was too narrow.
She could pull something off the stove and put it on her lap, and then try to turn around, and she'd bang into the refrigerator, and she'd just, like a turtle on its back.
It was just a mess.
And so I said, well, what can we do about this? She was on House every day. She was sending me links. I'd be in my office. Dink, look at this one. Dink, look at this one. Dink.
I discovered House several years ago. Whenever I have something I'm trying to figure out, what kind of material to use, advice about materials, ideas and inspiration, I go to House. That's the first thing I do. The things that I knew I needed were to lower the cabinets, make it a little bit wider, pull out shelving so that I could get to the back of the lower cabinets, and no upper cabinets.
I call this the 6 and 6. We had to move a wall 6 inches, had to lower the cabinet 6 inches. That was where we started.
He measured and measured and measured again and drew out the plan for the kitchen. Chose my contractor on House, STS Construction Services. I read the reviews and I liked what people said.
Very meticulous, the kinds of carpenters you want that measure twice before they cut.
They were willing to let Dan build the cabinets, which is something they were very nervous about, but it came together well, so that was good.
I did a test on her desk to see how high the cabinets had to be. We piled books on it and chop, chop, chop. So where does it feel right? Where does it feel right? So we decided the top had to be at 29 inches. Second thing is, it's going to be nothing but drawers. And she's rolling around in a chair that bangs into the drawer, so they got to be stainless steel. So we need stainless steel drawers, 29 inches tall.
Now I can reach all the way to the back of the countertop. I can work without expending as much energy. We have only pull-out drawers of various depths and widths. I can use the whole thing, and it doesn't require a major repositioning just to get into the drawer. I set things up in that kitchen so that everything is where I need it to be when I need it. So all the food prep stuff is in one place, all the utensils are in another place.
House originally was a source of ideas. So we'd go through and we'd look at the kitchens that we saw, and then we started shopping. We'd go to House and glamming it up at the end and doing some of the stuff at the end, and then the House stuff started coming from House. We had boxes coming from everywhere.
The sink is now lower, so when I wash dishes, I don't have to reach up and in. I got a hands-free faucet, so that I don't have to be constantly reaching back to turn it off and on. I just wave my hand in front of it and it comes on. Now I go up to other faucets and try to turn them on that way. It doesn't work. The dishwasher is great. It's a drawer dishwasher. It's a little smaller than I'm used to. Now I don't have to practically stand on my head to put things into it, so that I don't kill my shoulders to do the dishes. And so they get done more often because I don't ignore them. I got a side-by-side refrigerator. An upper freezer is hard to use. I can't use the top shelf, I can't use the back. Even though a side-by-side refrigerator has less freezer space, I figured I'd make more use of it. My pantry has 2 sets of cabinets on the long wall and then a less wide cabinet on the shorter wall. There's big drawers down below, cabinets above, and the first 3 shelves I think I can reach. And they're big and they're deep, so I can get a lot in there. There's parts of cabinets that are not accessible to me, especially in the pantry and over the refrigerator, where he can put his junk food that he wants, I don't want. So,
and I could hide anything in there I wanted to.
Instead of getting a range, we got the cooktop and we got a wall oven that opens like a refrigerator door. That is at a level where I can see what's going on without spilling on myself. Dan made a pull-out shelf so I can take things out of the oven, put them right down there, stir them, look at them, or just stage it there before I move it over to the counter. The cooktop is at my level, so I no longer have to guess at what's going on in the pot. I can stir things without hurting my shoulder.
The fan, I like the look of it hanging down, but normally they'd be assembled about a foot higher than that. But there's buttons on the front. Come out here, Kathy. How far can you reach? Okay, so the button's got to go right here. They drew a line on the wall. So this is where it's got to go. And it hits me right here. Whack! I've hit it about 4 times. It's a small price to pay, though. And plus, I think it's very attractive. I like that industrial look. So you got the tile on the back, looks very 1930s diner, and then the industrial in the front, and then all the tchotchkes with the color. It just has a beautiful look to it when I walk in there. And it doesn't clash with the rest of the house somehow. I don't know how that managed to happen, but I think the look is fantastic. I love the space. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's well designed. She just has to turn around and here's my sink, here's my oven, here's my work area. It's like watching a dance or something, is watch her work in there. I can walk past her. Couldn't do that in the previous kitchen. That extra 6 inches of width just made all the difference in the world. 2 weeks after the kitchen was done, her shoulders stopped hurting. That's it. That's all I had to know. Nothing better than doing that for her because it's such a tangible thing.
He worked so hard on it and he thought it out so carefully, and he got to know me well enough to know what I needed. To suddenly have a kitchen that was built exclusively for me, that's easy to use, doesn't require a lot of energy, is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm happy to cook him dinner.